Hey, Chad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the Progressive Suspension Monotube fork kit. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we jump in and tell you about some of the best suspension upgrades you can do for the front of your Harley Davidson, before we do that, subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. It's going to take a click, but I promise you will get educated and the first look at the latest parts, gear, accessories coming into the power sports industry. If you're subscribed, then you never have to worry about missing out. Also, if you'd like to support us here at speedaddicts.com, we really do appreciate it. You can do so by simply shopping with us. So there will be a link in the description below. They'll get you right over to the Monotube kits we're going to be discussing and breaking down in today's video. You can see the whole selection there. Progressive also makes rear suspension, of course. So anything from Progressive, you can find it at Speed Addicts. We've been an authorized Progressive dealer for around 2 decades now. So check us out. So let's talk about Progressive. First off, U.S. owned and operated company, and they've been a leader in Harley Davidson suspension for decades. When it comes to some of the best money you can spend on a Harley, and they also have some metric options as well, but really what they do best is Harley suspension. And when it comes to the dollars that you can put into your Harley Davidson, suspension with Progressive is really a no-brainer. Their rear shocks are excellent. But do not neglect the front end. These are heavy machines. They tend to dive under braking and in corners, especially if your OEM springs are sacked out or you just have a standard fork spring kit. Stepping up to a monotube cartridge kit could be an excellent option for you. And by the way, Progressive is located here in California where everything is made at their headquarters. So this is good quality stuff. And the monotube kits come with a lifetime warranty. So this is going to be the last time you do the front end on your bike, hopefully. Now, why would you spend triple the cost here over a standard fork spring replacement kit to go with a monotube kit? It's because you are getting a nitrogen charged gas cartridge in addition to the spring. That's going to provide you much better performance in terms of handling, bottoming out, and just the overall feel of the machine. Now, you can get Progressive's fork spring kits for around $100. Whereas these monotube cartridge kits are going to run between $280 and $340, depending on your application. And that is for their standard kit, monotube cartridge kit, that is. They have an upgraded kit that has a little bit fancier technology in it and preload adjustability, but those kits run $500 to $600. So that's kind of specialized setup for folks that really want to fine-tune things or just want the best. But most of you are going to get some killer bang for the buck for around $300 by going with this instead of just a regular spring kit. Now, they come in lowered options, so if you want to bring down the front of the bike, you can do so. And if you're bringing down the rear of the bike, you should definitely do so because otherwise you're throwing off the geometry. The bike's not going to handle the right way if the rear's lowered and you haven't touched the front, okay? Now, let's talk about their standard kit. It is going to come with they're sold in pairs, so you're going to get one for each of your fork tubes here. And like I said before, the magic is in the cartridge itself. So this is a nitrogen cartridge, gas charged cartridge up at the top. Then down below, you have one of Progressive's patented progressively wound fork springs. Progressive in that you are going to get coils that are closer together down the bottom here, and then they're going to space out a little bit further. What that does is the ones that are closer together, they take less resistance to compress. That's great for the small bumps and chatters out there on the road. It's going to soak up the little stuff. And then as the coils get further apart, the resistance required to compress those is greater. That's going to keep you from bottoming out. It's going to give you a performance feel in the corners and cure the dreaded brake dive, okay? Now that's where Progressive gets their name, is their progressively wound springs. So this is kind of their thing, not only on fork springs, but also on their rear coil-over shocks. Installation on this is what I would call advanced. So unless you have front-end suspension experience, I would leave this to a pro installer to do. But someone that knows what they're doing, it's not that big of a deal. Again, lifetime warranty from Progressive Suspension, folks who definitely stand by their products. And if you have the extra money, you have the extra $200 to step it up to a monotube kit, I recommend you definitely do so this time around, and it's going to be the last time you mess with that front end suspension. You're going to get some killer performance and ride quality If you still got questions, talk to our writer support team. There are various part numbers and applications. And even though we do have a vehicle fitment compatibility tool on our site at Speed Addicts, sometimes there are choices to be made and our team can steer you in the right direction over the phone, email, or live chat. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.